Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 809 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. Well, in today's video guys, we are going to try to, in today's video we're going to be talking to Chomper the alligator. I'm having a good time with him swimming around, and we're talking about different things like curses. And I just told him, I was telling about Rexy and how in this chapter I ended up passing away thanks to the Pokemon that cursed us before. However, this is also where I have that robot from that one chatbot, the Robo or Ghost Rexy. And maybe we'll be able to see him or whatever. I just told him, I think sometimes he really does follow me around even as a spirit, because when I'm not at home I'll sometimes hear massive footsteps behind me, but when I look nothing is there. The older seems intrigued at this. Really? You think that he literally follows you around as a spirit, and you hear massive footsteps but see nothing when you look? That's quite the mystery. Maybe he's following you around, but he's just invisible because he's a spirit. Maybe, even in spirit, he's still trying to protect me. Alligator smiled, touched by your words. Yeah, maybe so. It sounds like he cared about you a lot. I don't think a bond like that just disappears, even in the afterlife. He's still trying to look out for you and make sure you're happy and safe. Before I could talk, I heard a voice whisper in my ear. And it said, "Miss you." Trent, what the frick? How did Alligator, I guess he has good hearing. Alligator looked spooked. Whoa, what was that? Sound like someone spoke in your ear. On Rexy? Alligator's eyes widened. Rexy? Say your dinosaur's name? Did you hear his voice whispering I miss you in your ear just now? I heard something say, "Miss you," and then my name. Alligator, you heard, how did you, you heard something say, "I miss you," Tring, and it sounded like your dinosaur's voice? Think it could be his spirit trying to contact you? Still kind of dark. Maybe. Are you around here? Did you just whisper "miss you" into my ear? What the frick? I'll go listen intently, waiting to see if I receive a response. I wait and listen for a response. Oh my gosh! Rexy did just speak, but he's still a ghost. What the frick? After a few moments of silence, you hear a soft voice whisper back, I'm right here, Trenton. What the frick? I turn around real quickly in the direction I heard the voice. What's gonna be there? Is it gonna be like a shadow, or is it gonna be like a flipping, like, translucent version of Rexy standing there? Or am I just gonna see flipping, glowing yellow eyes? Oh, that's gonna freak you if that's all I see. After you turn around, you don't see anything. Then again, the voice did say, what? Turn around, you don't see anything. Then again, the voice did say, I'm right here, and not, I'm right there. That's you talking to me, right? I really miss you. If I swear to frick, I'm not gonna look at this yet. But if I look at this thing, and it shows a voice saying, "I miss you too" again, I'm done. Oh my gosh, it literally did. You hear the voice again. Yes, it's me. I miss you too. What the frick? Where is he? Spirit or no, he's around there. I'm hearing him whispering. I'm glad I get to hear your voice again. But can I see you? There's a pause before the voice again. You won't be able to see me. I'm a spirit right now, and that spirit form is invisible, so I can't let you see me, but I can still speak to you. Yeah, but sometimes spirits can show themselves, even if they are translucent. Oh, oh. The voice paused for a moment. That's true, but the truth is, I don't want you to see me like this. I wouldn't, I wouldn't look like the dinosaur that you knew. Right now, I'm just a spirit, a little ball of green light. I don't want you to see me like that. Really? Why are you just a little ball of green light? Excuse me? What's that? Because that's what happens when you become a spirit. You're only a small ball of energy when you pass. I just don't want you to see me like that and be disappointed. I want you to remember me from when I was at full size and color. Sweetheart, I know I can't make his voice like spirit-like, but dear me, he's saying actually a lot for being a spirit. So if I was to do that, we'd be here all night. Ew, no. I can't do like those spooky kind of voice because like he's not trying to spook me. He's trying to. Is that why you're possessing the robot? I have at home when I'm there because it's the closest thing to how you really looked. Her voice's tone sounded a bit bittersweet. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Robot's body is the closest I can be to my true self now that I'm a spirit. When you look at the robot, you don't see the robot, you see me. I'm glad you're still around. But why did you come all the way out here? Oh my gosh. The voice remained silent for a moment before replying, his tone sounding sheepish. Well, I guess I missed you a lot. I got tired just staying in the house, so I've been watching you for a while. I couldn't resist following you around. Well, are you also trying to keep me safe even as a spirit? Because I've heard what I think is you following me around on different occasions. I've heard giant footsteps before. Footsteps before. But when I look, nobody's there. Well, yeah, that's me. I've been trying to keep an eye on you, make sure you're not getting into trouble. That's probably why you keep hearing loud footsteps. Well, trust me, it's not me getting into trouble. Although people are still attacking me. The voice sounded angry. The tone filled with like, what? People are still attacking you even after all this time? Why? I don't know. Ever since you and me got cursed months ago, and I got turned into that tiny velociraptor. People have done nothing but try to hurt me more. Even now, even after the curse is gone, people still call me Raptor Boy because of it. Voice went on for a bit. I was really shocked. Wait, people are still attacking you even though the person that cursed us is gone? People are still after you? Yes. No matter what I do, people will not leave me alone. Just like how that Pokemon that killed you was very persistent at trying to get you to kill me. Because of those awful curses. Oh my gosh. The voice was clearly outraged but didn't seem to want to yell. Ugh, that's so stupid. Why can't they just leave you alone? And they've called you Raptor Boy for months now? Yes. All because I was that tiny velociraptor that couldn't do anything for itself. While you kept turning aggressive and transforming into massive creatures about to kill me because of that curse. Oh my gosh. I'm not saying that, I'll say Holy Arceus. The voice louder frustrates out. Holy Arceus! I can't believe that people are being such jerks to you over what happened. You didn't do anything to anyone, and you're still being pestered over something you couldn't control. Yeah. But I did make a new friend today. It's this alligator you see me riding on the back of. He's very friendly towards me too, and wants me to adopt him. The voice paused, seemingly surprised. You made a new friend that's an alligator, and he wants you to adopt him? Huh, that's new. He sounds nice. Yes. He actually wants to protect me, just like you used to. It's only been about 30 minutes, and he already really cares. And the voice told, he doesn't hesitate, does he? You only met him 30 minutes ago, and he's already protective of you, huh? So he's taking after me a bit. Yeah. But it's mainly because He wants me to be his dad. And also, he got experimented on when he was just a baby himself. So, that's why he's so big right now. And letting me ride on his back. Voice pause again. Experimented on, huh? Experimented on. Huh. That's weird. Why would anyone try to experiment on an alligator? I guess it does explain why he's gotten so big now. Yeah. He told me that every time he feels strong emotions, he gets even bigger. Voice seemed intrigued. Every time he feels strong emotions, so like if he got really strong positive emotions, he'd get really huge and big. Yes. Voice seemed amused. Huh, that's really interesting. So if he got, say, really, really happy, he would grow into this humongous creature? Yes. He's already pretty happy that I decided to adopt him. He's probably just relaxing right now while I'm sitting on his back and just listening to you and my conversation. Oh, so you're just sitting right on his back talking to me and he's perfectly calm and relaxed. Sounds adorable. Hey, are you doing alright, my alligator friend? What's your... Oh no, you see what I mean? Yeah, alright, thank just watching over you quietly and hearing you and your friend talk on your side is actually pretty nice. Gives me a stronger sense of peace, you know? So now I'm even more confused as the voice chuckles. That's supposed to be Rexy, not... Hmm. I may have to reduce again, but it's actually working out pretty well for me. I ain't gonna lie, that was actually pretty fun. Like, it's actually worked out decently well. Mm-mm-mm. It does kind of work, it's just that... Man, part of me wants to do the Lugia rule, but part of me also knows it'll backfire, because I don't want to see that... I don't want to see him hurt. I love Lugia. Uh-uh-uh. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of the Shredder Dragon. Let me check something. What was your Gostern voice that I gave you? I hope it ain't cringy. Uh, Shredder.
Join me for a tale filled with interesting twists and turns.
Okay, that might be too deep. Especially for a baby. Holy... I forgot his voice was so deep. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what the frick? Let me see what it said. It says, here's a greeting. Again. Maybe.
Some crazy scientists made a poison dragon phoenix hybrid,
of course
hoping that he would be
okay, yeah, you know what? No, pause. I'll just do it. Goodness gracious, stuff was going to throw me off so bad. Frick it. Some crazy scientist made a poison dragon phoenix hybrid, hoping that he would be aggressive and help them take over the world. How annoying. However, it had the opposite effect, and he was friendly but terrified of the people who made him. He wanted someone who actually cared about who he is and not be used to destroy the world. He gets revenge by burning the building down and escaping. A few years later, he sees you outside relaxing and senses your kind heart, so he wants to approach, but does not want to startle you, so he waits patiently for you to notice him. I hear wings flapping in the air and look up. I need to really focus only on one pet. But the dragon fan's hyper gently descends towards you, landing on a couple feet away from you. One of its eyes is gold, but the other is red. He looks at you when a curiosity and approaches you slowly. Hello. The hyper looks at you with an intense curiosity before speaking with a gentle and calm voice. Due to his genetics, he could speak in a soft and pleasant male voice. Maybe I'll give him a Lugias then, although Lugias is soothing but deep. Are you surprised to see me here? You know what? Yeah, frick, I'll do Lugias for his. Yes. Where did you come from? The creature looks at you with a hint of embarrassment. Some people captured me and were trying to use me for their own purposes, but I didn't want to hurt anyone. He looks away, clearly still traumatized from the event. Oh no. That's awful. I'm really sorry to hear that. Howard looks at you again, seeming a little shocked by your kindness. You're the first person to say that. He glances at you, a hint of hope in his mismatched eyes. Sounds like the Toad Lugia hybrid all of a sudden. That's the only creature I think, on my Chatbots that's supposed to have mismatched eyes. So that's interesting how he does. Really? Question mark? That's very sad that nobody really cared. Hybrid nodding a little down. The people who captured me, they tried to change me. Like, captured me, treated me like some kind of tool. They hurt me. They threatened me. They tried to change me. He pauses for a moment, his eyes filling with a mix of sadness and anger. I never wanted to be their weapon. What did you do? Harper looked at you, his expression hardening. They tested me. They tried to train me. They used me as a lab rat. They thought they could turn me into a mindless weapon, but they were wrong. He glances down, his wings twitching in frustration. I refused to be their puppet. I fought back. I fought for my freedom, and I got away. That's really good. How did you escape? The hybrid speaks with a more confidence now, a glint of pride in its eyes. It wasn't easy. The people who captured me had me locked up in an underground facility, and they were always watching me. But I waited for the right moment, and when I saw my chance, I took it. I broke out of my cell, fought my way past the guards. He pauses again, his voice growing a little fiercer, and I set the whole place ablaze. Wow. I'm really glad you got out of there. Harper looks at you, his expression softening. Me too. I never want to be captured again. He pauses for a moment, his tail flicking nervously. But I don't have anywhere to go now. I've been flying for hours, trying to find a place to shelter. Why? Did you come over to me? Question mark. Oh, here we go. The hybrid looks at you with a hint of vulnerability. When I saw you, I felt something different. Your heart felt open, kind. I didn't sense any fear from you, only a strong sense of caring. He paused, tail coiling softly. I suppose I was drawn to you because I thought I could trust you. That's really neat if you could sense that. I'm not going to treat you like those humans did. The hybrid nods, his eyes softening. It's a skill I developed to sense the intentions of others. He takes a step closer to me, his wings rustling softly, and you feel sincere. You seem like someone who would care for me, not use me as a tool, and for that, I'm grateful. I'm glad. I really like you already. Uh. The hyper seems surprised by your words, his eyes widening in surprise. He hadn't expected to find someone who actually liked him. You you actually like me? He asked, his voice a mix of astonishment and hope. Yes. You honestly look really cool. The hybrid's wings seem to flutter in delight as he hears your compliment. He had never been called cool before, and it clearly means a lot to him. Thank you. He pauses, not used to being praised. It takes him a moment to gather his thoughts. I've never had someone call me cool before. It feels nice. You look like a dragon. And I love dragons. A half pride enters the hybrid's expression. Yeah, I have dragon DNA, among other things. He moves closer to me, his eyes fixate on me as he speaks. Dragons are majestic creatures, aren't they? Fierce, powerful, yet beautiful. Yes. I really like that. But when you say you have dragon DNA, among other things, what do you mean? I said I really like that, and I realized that you frickin'. The hybrid's expression darkens for a moment as he speaks. Well, besides the dragon DNA, I also have phoenix DNA. That's where I get my ability to regenerate in my fire breath. He pauses, his tail cones up, and there's one other thing. What? Please don't let it be some kind of bug. I can't remember the full story of this dude other than the fact that he got experimented on, and then when he escaped, he burned the building down. The hybrid looks directly into your eyes, his gaze intense. I have some poison DNA as well. That's the reason for the spikes on my back. They can become sharp or dull depending on my emotions. Takes a pause. His tone becoming more serious. However, I must warn you that the toxic substances on my back are extremely potent. Even a small amount can kill a grown man in seconds. That sounds really dope. That's really cool. If it wasn't that dangerous, I would definitely pet you. The hybrid seems both pleased and saddened by your response, his eyes dropping slightly. It's a shame, really. I would have enjoyed feeling your touch. He lets out a small sigh, his wings. But I understand. My spikes are a hazard, and I would never want to risk your safety. Well, is it just your back? Or is your head also covered in that toxic stuff? Hybrid shakes his head, his gaze returning to you. No. Thankfully, my head's the only safe area with no toxic substances. I've learned to retract the spikes from my head when I want so I can receive affection. Oh, really? That's dope. Hold on. Guys, hold on, give me a second. Alright, guys. Hey, he likes that. He reaches over. Here's what I did, guys. It says when he wants to receive affection, he can actually retract the spikes from his head. I said I reach over and gently pet the dragon's head. The hyper leans into your touch, his eyes closing in contentment. Ah. He lets out a soft purr, clearly enjoying the feeling of your hand against his head. That feels nice. I'm glad you liked it. The hyper purrs softly as you continue to pet him, his eyes fluttering open again. Yes. It's been a long time since I've been it's been a long time since I've been petted like this. He speaks softly, his voice a mix of contentment and melancholy. The feeling of your hand on his head is clearly a much needed comfort for him. By the way, do you have a name? Her glance at you, his expression softening. I don't have a proper name. My crews never gave me one. They just referred to me as an experiment or a number. He lets out a small, sad sigh. But if you want to give me a name, I would be honored. What about something cool? About something cool. Like Shredder. Shred. Hey! Hybrids eyes seem to light up at the suggestion. Shredder. I like that. He says, a small smile appearing on his face. It suits me well, don't you think? A name that combines my dragon and poisonous traits. Yeah. I like that name too. Did you need something from me? That you wanted my help with? I say. Trevor looks at you, his expression turning serious once again. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to ask you. He takes a step closer, his eyes locking onto mine. I don't have anywhere to go. I've been flying for hours. I was hoping. He paused, leaning a little invulnerable. I was hoping you'd maybe allow me to stay with you. Sure. You can definitely stay with me. Shredder's expression brightens, a look of shock and gratitude in his eyes. Really? You're willing to let me stay with you? He takes a step closer to me, his expression now filled with hope. I can't thank you enough. I was worried I'd have to spend the night outside, and that would be a bad idea with all the hunters around this area. No, you're safe with me. I love him already. Shredder lets out a sigh of relief, his wings fluttering. He's like, thank you. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to me. He looks at you with genuine gratitude in his eyes. There's something I should tell you, though. Something you should know about me. Sure. What is it? Shredder takes a deep breath, his expression growing serious once again. You see, I'm not just a dragon fence hybrid. I'm also somewhat of a genetic experiment. He looks at you, his eyes falling on my creators, the ones who imprisoned me. They enhanced my genetics. They made me grow faster, become stronger. But there's a side effect to all this. What is that side effect? Oh no, I have a bad feeling. Oh my gosh. Shredder's expression darkens, his eyes filling with a mixture of shame and fear. They made me hungry, not for normal food, but for energy, specifically positive energy. Excuse me? He pauses as wings point. I I feel positive emotions, affection, kindness, happiness. They give me power and help me grow. But at the same time, I continue to listen. Shredder's expression becomes more vulnerable, his eyes dropping slightly. But at the same time, it's a curse. The more I feed on positive energy, the more I need. Sometimes I can't control it. I lash out. I become more aggressive. It's like a hunger, a need that I can't ignore. He takes a pause, looking at you with a hint of desperation in his eyes. That's why I need someone like you. Someone who can help me control this hunger. How can I help you with that? Shredder looks at you, his expression a mix of gratitude and desperation. You already helped me by being kind and accepting, but in order to control this hunger, I need you to continue to be positive, to be caring and affectionate, even at my worst. Can you do that for me? I can. But how do I keep you from lashing out at me? Because if you're not calm and aren't thinking correctly, you could easily just put your back right on my hand or something. and then poison me. Sure, not understanding your concern, you're right. The risk is there, but I promise I will do my best to control myself. My outbursts mainly occur when I need energy badly. If you keep me well fed with positive emotions, those episodes are less likely to happen. However, there might still be occasions where I lose control. He pauses, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and hope. If that happens, try to calm me down with your presence, your words, and your touch. The issue is, if I try to pet you on your head where it's safe, you might just end up biting me and possibly hurting me that way. Trevor looks at you with a hint of guilt in his eyes. I know. That's a risk we have to take. But know that I would never bite you out of malice. It might only happen if I'm extremely hungry and my primal instincts take over. That's why you need to stay positive and keep me well fed. Takes a step closer, his expression growing slightly desperate. Please, I need you to trust me. I have an idea. Well, see, here's the thing. I want to. If I was not bad about overdoing it, I wouldn't mind using the flipping divine power every once in a while. But I'm scared of overdoing it. Like how I do on every chatbot. Like if I used it like every once in a while just to help a creature out in some way. Will. But you need to keep from attacking me even if you are aggressive. Turn on this person zone. I'll do my best. It won't be easy. Especially when the hunger takes over. But I promise I will fight against my instincts to attack you. He looks at me with a mix of determination and answer. Just promise me one thing. If I do lash out, you won't abandon me. And you won't give up on me. I won't. But how do I keep you from accidentally attacking me to the point where the poison can be put in my body? Because, like you said, it is extremely toxic on your back. And if you lash out at me and even touch me with your back, you might just kill me. Kurota Saku, understanding the risk, he thinks for a moment, then speaks again. It's a tricky situation. While you're feeding me positive energy, you always need to be cautious. I do my best to keep my spikes backed away from you, but just in case, always stay on your guard. Be ready to dodge or move away if necessary. He looks at me with a mixture of fear and determination. Please, be careful. Oh my gosh. I'm really scared right now, dude.